right.
Because when you look at this, I guess like it's definitely some symbolic things going on.
Correct.
Because it starts off with him already covered in blood. You know what I mean? Which could be symbolic for just like the time of like his like symbolic for like what his career and name has been through.
Oh my gosh.
What?
You're like really breaking this down.
I like it. I like it.
So if I was when I seen the snippet, because you only see a little bit of this. It's the scene of him, the girl shooting into this apartment building or wherever. From that snippet alone, you like, is there any messaging that's going on in this? But when I thought about it, I'm like, I had to think about the timing of it. You know what I mean? Like, my guess is he didn't just shoot this within the last 48 hours. Which in the last 48 hours is when the Gayle King and Megan Thee Stallion interview came out or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think. The snippet did come out like a day before, which would probably take it back a few more hours. It's possible that he could have caught wind of that about to come out before us. He is, of course, Tory Lanez, and probably will be privy to some of the things that's going on around his name and legal things and stuff like that. He probably would have maybe some information more than what the general public would have, so that's a possibility. What's the chances of this song being released last week, right? It being totally what it is. Because when I'm thinking I don't necessarily think of
the situation at
this
all.
visual representing that song. But then the interview comes out and this is that, and it's like, is this some subliminal messaging going on here? Which I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't want to give too much to play with something that's going to have to come down to a trial anyway. I don't know if it would be even the best thing to depict something like this in the video.
So you don't think that's what he was depicting?
I don't know. I honestly don't know because, like I said, the timing is a huge factor. What's the chances of this ironically just coming out?
Why are you saying the timing is a factor?
Because it came out the week where it was, this interview came out. The interview dropped Monday. This video comes out today, which is Tuesday, right? And that's what I said. I don't believe that this video was shot within the last 48 hours.
So he shot it already wanting to depict this.
He shot it already with just initially organically whatever his inspiration was to shoot this. Yeah.
Whatever he wanted to show. Right.
Because when you look at this, I guess like it's definitely some symbolic things going on.
Correct.
Because it starts off with him already covered in blood. You know what I mean? Which could be symbolic for just like the time of like his like symbolic for like what his career and name has been through.
Oh my gosh.
What?
You're like really breaking this down.
I mean, it could be like symbolic for how bad and bruised his career and name has gotten. Like it's got tarnished. He was already tarnished. Like that's what I got from it. You know what I mean? Like it could be symbolic for just like all the beating that people has beat down on this dude. Like, you don't think that's a possibility? Is that?
I don't know. I just literally saw it as him just in the shower after everything, after the shooting happened in the video. The shooting in the video happened. But now he's just here. It's just like if we're watching a movie and it starts with these scenes, but then it starts showing us the background as to why they're here. That could
be a possibility, but I don't think. I think it's some intention behind that. You know what I mean? It's more than it could. I believe it's more intention put into that than it is what you're saying the possibility of that is. Like where it's just this foreshadowing of a scene before we see what happens, and then it explains why we seen that in the beginning. It could be that. I just think it's more creativity and intentionality that went into this video. But like I said, it could be because I don't believe I developed this takeaway if this week what didn't happen the way it happened with the interview that came out as well. I don't believe I'm thinking that in depth about this.
So if the interview didn't happen, what are you seeing the video being?
Because
I don't think this video is separate from the incident.
I don't know. I don't know. No, it possibly could not be. But you asked me what if that interview didn't happen. What would I like? How would I digest this? I wouldn't have much in depth thought about it. Is my answer? Like I would just be taking it for what it is. Because the song, the video made this song fly by so quick. You know what I mean?
Oh my, that is so interesting to me. But yeah, it did make the song fly by.
Well, it's so interesting that if the interview didn't come out, I wouldn't have much in depth.
Right, because it's like you're forgetting that a whole incident happened, and then here we are seeing this video where we see this woman shooting at somebody.
Right. Well, because Tory has gone on and made music. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Tory has gone on and made music, and the music is like not addressing that stuff no more. This song doesn't feel like it addresses that anymore. It doesn't feel like
it, but it could be.
It could be, but it doesn't feel like Playboy and Daystar Peterson is what I'm saying.
Right.
We know those. We know Playboy and Daystar Peterson felt like literally mere reflections of what was going on in the situation and in that relationship. This one just, like I said, this feels like a authentic Fargo record. I guess for real, I don't know like how, like, I'm just like kind of like indifferent about like the discernment of doing it in video though, because they use so much like in cases now.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
And like, can he even be like doing this stuff,
Yeah.
or is it against like?
Yeah, I don't know what.
You know,
but this right, he's not. This is like you always got the room for expression.
Yeah.
And he's not. Like
blatantly,
he's not verbally
anything.
telling on himself
No.
like a lot of the violent or the gangster rappers may do, like where they just literally naming off crimes that were committed, rather than like he'll be able to point to like this is a video and I've done this like this, or this is just what it is, and it's still a lot of there to negate the fact that he's not doing that if it was, but I think he kind of did it in a nifty way, a nifty attempt. But we'll see, man. I'm not trying to put out anything that, will make any team hot about it, but
right, it
is a reaction, and it's just like from what I see. But you know what I mean? Yeah, I would have discernment. If it was me, I would probably like shy away from it and just put out dope visuals that just go along with the music. But he's one of them guys though. He's one of them guys that's gonna tell his truth and stand it and take what's gonna come. Like that's the type of guy he is, from what I've seen. Not that I know him, but just with the behavior and interactions that he's been infused with people, and it ain't no folding or you know what I mean. He just stands on what he believes in and goes forward with it. So yeah, man. Did it before and I do it again.